I'd let you listen to McFarlane for a while, because then you'll appreciate me when I come on. Forgive me, I know it must have been an ordeal for you, but at least now we're on the right track. Why are you there and I'm here?
No,
Why aren't we together?
I'm moving this back so these people have to look at the corner of the table. Here, come sit down. We'll have a chat.
Are you going to sit
like,
there?
We'll be like
Why
between
can't
two
I
ferns.
sit at the table?
Between two ferns, Obama. Sit down.
I need the protection of a table in front of me. We're too vulnerable this way. All right, what the hell?
Okay, so let's ask the first obvious question that they're all begging to ask you right now, Sam. What's it like being you?
It's wonderful. I can't describe it. The glory, the grandeur. What the hell are you talking about?
Hey, I don't know if you guys know, Stan was in San Francisco yesterday, throwing out the first pitch at the Giants ball game.
Called the San Francisco Giants.
Right. To actor Michael Rooker from Walking Dead, who's down here. And Michael had been sitting down in the green room making excuses why he couldn't catch Stan's fastball. So
I begged Michael to be here instead of what's his name, but Michael obviously had more important things to do. I got stuck with, I'll remember your name sooner or later. What is it you do again?
I just copied some of the crap you did.
This guy did the best-selling Spider-Man book of all time years ago. And I was so jealous I didn't talk to him for 5 years.
All right, so look at everybody, whether you're old or you're young, at some point you got to go out into the world, try to get a job, right? I mean, arguably one of the most difficult things we have to do. I've written before how I got rejected hundreds of times. So see if you can just tell people how you got your introduction into the business and how tough of a road it was and how many doors you got closed on your face before they finally said
It was easy for me. I started out as a lowly assistant. People realized how brilliant I was, and before you knew it, I was the editor and art director. See, he's got to learn how to cut a story short. I heard him before going on and on and on with his history, and I heard the sound of snoring in the audience, and I said, I've got to come up here and rescue you, because I care for you people. By the way, let me take the pain and the injury out of what I just said. Let me say something nice. I have something for you that you don't expect. Now, this is going to be a very touching moment. You're in for a real event that you're going to see right now. Nobody ever gives this man anything because nobody likes him, but I have something for you. Max. I forgot his name. Max, would you please bring the something out? Stand up. Take the mic. Look what I've got for him. A Spider-Man guitar.
signed by Stan Lee.
He is so awed, he is so overwhelmed by gratitude. What's he doing? Aren't you going to play it for us? All right. Well, I thought it would really cause more of a stir than that. I mean, if that's how emotional you're going to get, I'm going to take the damn thing back.
All right, let's go back to the early 60s.
I mean, that's it with the guitar. We planned it, we rehearsed it for hours, that we give him the guitar and he would melt in a sea of emotion and gratitude. Oh, boy. This is why I have no use for the man. I've been telling you.
You can see he's a writer. He likes to embellish, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's go back to the 60s now. 60s, there's, again, for, I don't know how old and how much people read history, comic books sort of are in their zenith in the 30s and the 40s. And then in the 50s, we get in trouble with comic books, right? We have the Congress as their hearings. Dr. Wortham comes in, says the comic books are distorting the mind.
He says to be right, but he doesn't wait for an answer. He keeps going on and on. You let stage. You give him a microphone. I could leave and have lunch and listen to me. He wouldn't know I was gone. Go ahead. I came to rescue them for you, and I still can't shut them up. I mean, to rescue them from you.
Okay. So let's see if we can answer at least one question before these good people have to go here. So, in the 60s, and
They
this,
don't have to go. They're going because you won't stop talking. I know, I am adorable.
all right, let's see if we can get one question answered. In the 60s, no, but again, they have a convention.
It's your question. They're supposed to answer.
No, we're going to get to that.
Oh, really?
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to your questions in a bit. But here's the thing. I mean, look, they all know you from your Marvel work, and for all intents and purposes, it's the 60s character. So talk to us about Congress coming out, having all literally having to reinvent Marvel. How did you guys go about reinventing Marvel, and ultimately you creating all those characters?
I don't know what he's talking about. Congress wanted to do something, and I had to reinvent Marvel.
No, you're right. So Marvel comes along, right? So Marvel, could you retire?
Oh, let me tell you something about Marvel. Reinventing it. I mean, you've gotten used to his dull stories. Now I'll tell you a good one. We changed our name to Marvel when our superheroes started selling well. We were called Atlas Comics. And when we had the Fantastic Four and then the X-Men and Spider-Man and so forth, I said, I'm going to change the name of the company and give it some excitement. So I called it Marvel, because I love advertising. And with a name like Marvel, you can come up with phrases like, make mine Marvel. Welcome to the Marvel Age of Comics. You know, stuff like that. Now, our competition was then called National Comics. They always followed whatever I did. So they said, in their brilliance, hey, Stan Lee changed the name of his company, let's change our name. And here's the part that's going to get you. We came up with the name Marvel, which is so great to use in ads and so forth. What did they come up with? DC. Welcome to the DC Age of Comics. Make mine DC. I mean, it was so easy for us to do better than them all those years. And don't get me wrong, I love DC. All right, now tell one of your dull stories.
So